Last week we covered 10 Easter eggs in GTA Vice City that pretty much everybody knows about, and I make these videos for the average gamer, so whether you've been playing the GTA series for a long time now and you knew about these Easter eggs but it's been a while and I can refresh your brain on them, that's cool. Or if you didn't know about any of these because you've never played the older GTA games, that's great as well. You guys seem to enjoy the Vice City video, so here we are today with 10 Easter eggs from GTA San Andreas that, once again, probably everybody or a vast majority of GTA fans know about. So if you guys enjoy, give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see some more GTA games covered in this little series, also give it a thumbs up. And if we could try to break 2,000 likes, that would be awesome. But here we are with 10 Easter eggs in GTA San Andreas that everybody knows about. Number 10, there's a building in downtown Los Santos called the Atrium, and we can actually go inside of this building. It was used in one mission for Big Smoke called Just Business, and inside this atrium, there's nothing too special. There's some armor that we can pick up, and other than that, there's just these weird-looking statues all around this atrium. And some of these statues look like guys with their hands over their eyeballs, or their statue eyeballs, whatever statues have to see. And then in the middle, there is this statue that is inappropriately touching himself. And most of his upper body is missing, but the lower body is there, and leave it up to Rockstar to leave this derogatory, dirty statue in the middle of this atrium. Number 9, the Dillmore gas station, and I was reminded of this Easter egg through one of you guys. I was reading through my Instagram DMs the other day, and you guys showed me this, and I thought it was really cool. I totally forgot about it. So in the Dillmore area of San Andreas, there is a gas station with the sign Max Payne on one of the window panes, and this is an obvious nod towards Max Payne, the main protagonist of another very well-known Rockstar games, the Max Payne series. And this glass is actually demonstrated in the mission Tanker Commander.
Hand over the tanking so I blow your fucking balls off!
This here is bulletproof glass, so you can just fuck off, bitch, before I call the sheriff.
When Catalina threatens to shoot up this gas station, CJ standing behind it, and the glass is actually bulletproof. It's like the toughest glass in the world. So just a really cool nod to Max Payne right there. One of the best and my favorite Rockstar game series outside of GTA. Number 8, Zero's RC Shop's merchandise. So this is, once again, another Easter egg that Rockstar actually references characters from their previous games. And inside Zero's RC Shop, the worst setting and location for some of the worst missions in the GTA series, by the way, we can actually see some Vice City characters. We can actually see Lance Vance and Tommy Vercetti, to be specific, and they are actually action figures. And we can check them out for sale here in this shop, which is pretty cool. And also, we can see another set of characters from another one of Rockstar's games, which is the Manhunt series. And we can actually see the protagonist of this game, James Earl Cash, as well as Pigsy, a very explicit pig wielding a chainsaw. And once again, just a very cool reference to Rockstar games and some of their other game series that they have created. Number 7, there are no Easter eggs here, go away. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. On top of the Gant Bridge, which is a parody of the real-life Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. If we go to the very top of this bridge, the only way up there is literally by a jetpack, or if you parachute out of some sort of aircraft and land on top of here. And we can see a sign that says, hey, there's no Easter eggs here, go away. And hey, I guess there really is no Easter eggs up here. Number 6, the Rockstar logo in the stars, literally. So this is by far one of my favorite Easter eggs. It's just such a minor Easter egg, and it's really awesome. So at nighttime in San Andreas, if you look up in the sky, you can see a constellation of stars that actually form the Rockstar logo. Of course, Rockstar has made the GTA games, and what's even cooler is that small stars make the R, and then the actual star at the bottom of the R on the right side is like a giant bright white star. So this can be seen at any time during the night within San Andreas, and it's just a really cool Easter egg and nod to the creators of the GTA series. Number 5, bodies in the desert. So if we go out into the desert just east of Las Venturas, we can actually come across a mass grave. I think there's like 5 or 6 bodies inside of these body bags, just in this mass grave, this giant hole, and there's a truck backed up to it. And what's cool about this is that there's a couple different explanations behind it. One is that it can actually be seen and explained in the introduction DVD for San Andreas.
Hey, how's your woman?
She's a ball buster. Ever since we moved to Ventura's, all she wants to do, spend, spend, spend. For Christ's sakes, I got better luck on the tables.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, give me a hand with this guy, will you?
Yeah. Whew. Whew. I mean, why do we whack Mickey anyhow? He was a stand-up guy.
I don't know, something about money.
Oh, man. What, he was on the take?
Nah, he was kosher. A little too kosher. That's why he had to go.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, he was declaring too much money. So we gotta get a new guy in. You know, I hear the Leones are lending the bosses some money.
The Leones?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. We hate the Leones.
I know. That's what I said to Johnny. But he said they needed the money. On a note, they dirtball. So, Mickey gets kept, so we get a new guy in, who everybody bullies. Then, when he misbehaves...
We dig another hole.
Exactly. Hey, you hear about Bobby back east?
Nah, what?
He's gone queer. Can you believe that shit?
Oh, mother of Christ almighty, I seen everything.
And 2, it's actually kind of a real-life parody in a way of the real-life gangsters and mobsters in Las Vegas back in the 20th century that would dump bodies in mass graves in the middle of the desert and bury them. That way nobody could ever find them. So it's kind of creepy, but it's also pretty cool at the same time. Number 4, the Gant Bridge facts. So we know there's no Easter eggs on the Gant Bridge, so we can go ahead and go away. But outside of the Gant Bridge, there is a visitor center that actually gives some really cool facts about the development of this bridge. And we can see just a beam outside of this visitor center, and it says, hey, there's nothing special here, just a beam. Okay, cool. And then we can actually see a sign just next to this little beam, and it actually gives some really cool facts from the developers who created this bridge and put it in the game. So this is something you don't see too much within video games, but it's also really cool. So we see that the bridge features like a whopping 11 textures. That's how many textures were made to put this bridge together. The draw distance is like 11 meters or something along those lines. So we get some really cool insight on the bridge, but probably the coolest thing about it is that it says it takes up a whopping 1.27 megabytes, I think it is. And back in the day, for some of these games, that was a lot, especially games back in like the 90s made for the old Nintendos. Like, most of these games were like not even 100 megs, I don't believe. So like something like this is just really, really cool. So it's cool that we get to see how many like polygons put the bridge together and all that. And it would be interesting if game developers started to do this and hide things like this in their game as well. I feel like nowadays with a lot of modern games, game developers lack on Easter eggs and don't really indulge in them as much. Number 3, North Star Rock. So in San Andreas, just outside of Los Santos, we can go to this area, and in-game, it's just called North Rock. But if you pull out the in-game manual and map that came with your physical copy of San Andreas, we can actually see that this area is called North Star Rock. And that's actually a play on the name Rockstar North. So Rockstar, see what you did there. Just flip around the N and the R, and you get North Star Rock, and you could change it to Rockstar North. So just a really cool subtle Easter egg in San Andreas. Number 2, the Angel Pine trash can. So in the Angel Pine district and township in the game, if you actually go here behind the Cluckin' Bell, there's going to be about 3 trash cans in a line. And 2 of these actually have some very interesting trash discarded inside of them, and it's actually the Vice City map. And the 3rd trash can doesn't have anything, it's got a lid on it, but the other 2 you could knock over and zoom in with a sniper or a camera and just get a better look inside. And there's the maps for Vice City just hanging out in there. Somebody had a bunch of them and decided to just throw them all away. They said, hey, these aren't important anymore. And yeah, Vice City maps just hidden inside of these trash cans. And number 1, at the Los Santos Cemetery from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., some mysterious graffiti will appear on the wall, and then after 6 a.m., it disappears until 8 p.m. the next day. And it says families for life. And what's just really creepy about this is that this graffiti just appears at a certain time and it disappears. And of course, the setting it is in the cemetery. So it's like some ghost graffiti is what I like to call it. And it's just very eerie to say the least. So with that said, that's actually 10 Easter eggs hidden within GTA San Andreas that probably most of you guys knew about. But if you're just part of that like 10% that didn't know about these Easter eggs, or you learned at least one new Easter egg in secret within San Andreas from this video, that's awesome. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'd like to challenge you all to 2,000 likes if you did enjoy, of course, and want to see more of these style videos on the channel. Also, be sure to subscribe for some more daily video game content. That way you guys never miss out. And with that said out the way, I believe that's just about it. My name is Zach Cox. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will catch you all in the next video.